So this is base camp. This is where we normally meet. Happy Mount Park, right by the beach. Beautiful views of the lakes, as you can see. And today is our starting point. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going today up there, along the prom, around the point there. And then following on up to Bolton Sands and to the community centre where it's Pie Day, the first of the year. We'll meet there with the A party and the C party and have pie and peas, and then we're going to wander back along the canal. There might not be a lot to say today. There's certainly no map. It's just along the coast, up to the canal, up to the community centre, and then back through the canal. So we'll see what we can see. We might get something on the film, we might not. This is, we're a little bit further along the shoreline now. We've come along from the point over there, which is roughly where we set off from, right the way along here. And then we're on the shore at Hess Bank here. And these are parts of old jetties that have started springing up. There's about 3 rivers, I think, run into the bay. And they move all the time, and they move everything round and about it. This part here, which I'll probably try and focus on a bit later as well, if I can just get it in focus, was a jetty at Hess Bank that all you could see were the tops of it. And then about 3-4 years ago, this jetty started appearing. And it's now about 6, 7, 8 feet high from the sand to the top of it. It'll disappear again in time, but it's interesting just to see that ships were coming in there because they built this jetty to accommodate them. And moving on, that's where we're going. We're going probably over that point, and you can just make out there's a murmuration over there, which hopefully will still be there when we get there. Just round about there. Oh, come along. A couple of youngsters here enjoying the bay with kites and what have you. Ferry crossing's just blurting out. There's something coming along there in a minute. This is the West Coast Main Line. Hess Bank, under the bridge there, and just along there used to be holiday coaches, camping coaches, railway coaches that were converted, and people came and holidayed here. Little cafe there. Number of houses along here that have featured on the TV programme The Bay. Not that one, I don't think, but others further along. Very popular in summer here because you can get across this the stones and onto some of the sand, and yeah. So Avanti are oh, here we go. Nothing from there. And she said back on there. So this is that jetty from the eastern end that I was talking about before. Can't make it out, unfortunately. It's just a silhouette now, but those are all individual stones. Fascinating when you get out there, but it's very, very muddy and a bit dodgy, dangerous getting out there. So I'll come along here now, further along the beach where there was some erosion and there's been some shoring up works done. But then we've just come to this. And we're trying to work out whether it's an art installation or whether it's a collapse of some sort. Lancaster does have a bit of form for making strange art installations, but I don't know what that is. So we've come up from the coast down there that you can just see, and climbed up the head of the point, over the top of the point, and we're coming around here now. And I'm just going to show you this natural sculpture. Look at that tree. Look at that. How it's been blown by the prevailing winds all the way along here. Just leaning over all the time. They're still standing, but they're having to work hard. And then this is over to Bolton Sands and the radio mast at Kellet. Over there, telephone radio mast. So this is the bleakness of Morecambe Bay. We've just come past the building down there is known as Red Bank Farm, locally known as Archers because that's the family that own it. The other side of that, there's a memorial. The other side of that little hill that we came over is a memorial to the cocklers, the Chinese cocklers who were killed on the bay 2000, so 26 years ago. And this is where they were, thousands and thousands of miles away from home, pitch black, picking shells, picking cockles out of this. And this is where they perished, unfortunately. It's a lovely place when the weather's nice. When it's not, it's horrible. So we're back to another old friend of the West Coast Main Line. We've been down here a few times recently. Not in this particular area, but this is Hess Bank, Bolton Sands. We've just come along what's Mill Lane, and if you look beyond the headlights there, that's the bay and the marsh, the salt marsh there, over the other side of it. And we've come this way now. We're heading inland towards the village of Bolton Sands, where we're going to head to the community centre, and hopefully the pies will be warming nicely for us. And this is lunch. This is the Bolton Sands Bowling Club. And all groups are here, A, B and C are all here. And there's some at the front here braving the wind and the rain. The majority of us are inside, having had our pie and peas, paid our monies, and are now suitably refreshed and ready to go again, I think. Well, we've finished lunch. The A, the B's and the C's and the attendees by car or by other methods have all split up and we're going our separate ways. We're heading back now along the canal. This is the Leeds-Liverpool Canal at Bolton Sands. We're heading this way now and back to Happy Mount Park. I don't think there'll be a lot more to report on this actually, because it's awfully flat. No locks or anything like that. And with the rain coming in and the weather coming in today, there's not going to be much to see over the bay, unfortunately. Normally some beautiful views over the tops, but I don't think so today. Let's just see. If there's anything else, you'll see it. This is the last bit that we're walking along now, and this is, we've come along the canal, cut across what's known as Old Bob's Lane, and it brings us out to the back of the golf club, which is through these trees and through the fence here. A lovely little avenue. It's overgrown. It's very pleasant. Nearing the end of the walk. At the end of this we'll be back at the back of Happy Mount Park, which is where we started from. So I think I'll probably sign off there. See you next week when we're going to Ray. The odds are heavily on mud, marsh and squelch. So let's see when we get there.